There are two things to be aware of when entering negative numbers on a TI-84 calculator. The first one is the calculator uses a different button for the negative sign than the subtraction sign. Looking at my calculator, I see my subtraction sign over here on the right with all the basic operations. But if I want to enter a negative number, I have to use a negative sign, which is down at the bottom of the calculator next to the 0 and the decimal point. So to enter 6 minus 19, I would hit 6, the subtraction key, and then 19. On the other hand, if I wanted to enter 6 plus the number negative 19, I would enter 6 plus the negative sign at the bottom of the keypad, 19. If I enter the subtraction sign when I want the negative sign, one of two things will happen. If I were to enter 6 plus subtract 19, I would get a syntax error. That always means I've used the wrong key. I have the option now of choosing quit or choosing go to, which will put the cursor over my mistake, and I can change that to the correct sign. Sometimes, though, if I enter the wrong sign, the calculator will figure out a way to make it make sense. But in that case, it'll typically give me the wrong answer. So if I enter, for example, negative sign 19 plus 6, I get negative 19 plus 6 is negative 13. On the other hand, if I enter subtraction sign 19 plus 6, the calculator inserts this ANS, and in this case my calculator says negative 26. This ANS, it's just going to throw in whatever answer we got the last time we did something. That's almost never going to be what we want. And yet the calculator didn't give us an error message. So be careful that when you intend to enter a negative number, you use the negative sign. The other thing to be aware of is, when in doubt, enter negative numbers on the calculator in parentheses. This comes down to what we talked about when we discussed negative numbers in the order of operations. If I were to enter negative 4 to the 4th power, negative 4 to the 4th power, I get negative 256. On the other hand, if I were to enter negative 4 to the 4th power, I get positive 256, which is probably what I intended. The calculator will never give you any trouble if you enter parentheses you don't need. So if you ever aren't sure if you need parentheses around a negative number, just go ahead and enter them.